Well, in the old days, we used to get personal references a lot. We used to contact personal references to try to reestablish contact, get a message to the consumer so they can call in and update their information. But nowadays, with technology, this is a new world, so you have to approach it in a different way. Hello everyone, I hope everything is going well. Hey, I want to talk a little bit today about skip tracing and what you can do to minimize the number of accounts that would go into a skip tracing category. But first, I guess I should tell you what is skip tracing. Skip tracing are activities, searches, that sort of thing, that billing and debt collection firms, private investigators that have to communicate with consumers have to perform if they lose contact with the consumer and they need to update their information so they can continue to communicate with them. So this can happen if they have like an email that has been compromised, so they stop using that email. So of course they're going to stop responding to your inquiries. Maybe they have a phone number change, they move, and they fail to call in or contact you to update their information. So what do you do? Well, in the old days, we used to get personal references a lot. We used to contact personal references to try to reestablish contact, get a message to the consumer so they can call in and update their information. But nowadays, with technology, this is a new world, so you have to approach it in a different way. So if you have customers that are Gen X or younger, that's anybody basically born after the year 1965, then you have to go where they are. And where they are is on like social platforms. They use email, they do a lot of text messaging. So those are three different things that you have to keep current with your customers, not just today or not just when you establish the business relationship, but long after the sale, especially if you want them to be a repeat customer or if you have extended that consumer credit and there's still a financial responsibility there. So it's good practice to try to collect as much information at the onset of the relationship. So if you provide goods or services to the public and you have an application process, whether it is an application for your goods or services or a contractual agreement, then that's a good time to start collecting information. So of course you want all the basic information like name, address, phone number, but it's a good idea to also have an email and also a backup email. Just in case somebody's email, like I said earlier, has been compromised, they're going to stop using that email, so of course they're going to stop responding. So it's a good idea to have a backup email to try to reestablish contact with the consumer and update their information. So nowadays consumers interact a lot on their mobile devices. So whether it's a smartphone or a tablet, that's where you're going to have to reach out to them to try to reestablish contact. Consumers have different data plans on these devices, so it's possible that you're going to use some data, so you have to get express consent in order to communicate with them on those devices. So there is specific verbiage that you have to include on your application process and any contractual agreement you have with the consumer. That way, if you're reaching out to them on that, they understand that that is a device that you're going to use to communicate with them. But again, it goes back to the Telephone Consumer Protection Act, and there are certain laws that billing and debt collection firms have to follow if they're going to communicate with the consumer through those avenues. But if you'd like to learn more, then give me a call, send me an email. I'd be happy to look at what you're currently doing. If we can help tighten up your application process, I certainly want to be available for that as well. And then of course, if you need somebody to communicate and keep track of your consumers going forward, then I absolutely want to be available for that. So I look forward to talking with a lot of you soon. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Be safe, be well, and don't take any unnecessary risks. Take care. Hello, Sean Martin, Director of Business Engagement. So if you like this video, be sure to follow us on LinkedIn and YouTube. But don't forget to visit our website, check out the services we have to offer. Essentially, Partners Financial Services is a full-service accounts receivable management firm. So we specialize in billing, loan servicing, and debt collections. Some of the industries that we serve are the education industry, everything from a proprietary school all the way up to a college, university, higher educational level. Also banking, financial institutions, credit unions, and then a handful of miscellaneous industries that we do some debt collections for. So yeah, give us a call, send us an email, let us know what you have in mind, and we can see if our services can line up with your objectives and help you get in a better place than you are today.